Do not, I repeat, do not go out and panic buy with everything that you're hearing right now. Guys, this is why it's so important to prep ahead of time. Make sure that you have stuff ahead of time before prices go up, because I got news for you guys. Prices are not coming down. Prices never return to where they initially were. And even though you're seeing spikes and things right now, like the price of gas and stuff going up, I can guarantee you guys it will never go back down to the lows that we've seen in the past. It just doesn't happen that way. But don't go out and panic buy either, because panic buying just adds into the inflation and the price of everything. So this is why it's so important to get ahead of the curve. This is why it's so important, though, guys, and this is why people like me and other people have been telling you that the sooner you can get to prepping, the sooner that you can get to what you need to be doing, the better off you'll be at the end of the day. It's going to be cheaper, so it's going to be a lot more economical, and it's going to give you less stress as you're going instead of trying to get everything at one time. Putting a little bit back at over a course of a long period of time is better than trying to get everything at one time, especially if you don't have a lot of money. Big subject that got brought up here recently in a big discussion I was having with a group of people is people think that you're going to have enough ammo. People think that you're going to have enough food and stuff on hand. You're not. You're never going to have enough. That is a reality. Nobody is ever going to have enough of what they need to survive. Nobody is ever going to have truly what they need to survive. That's where your skill sets come in. That's where you have the knowledge and the know-how to do things, to grow your own food and stuff, though, to stay ahead. But canning it and things gets you ahead of that curve long enough for the chaos stuff to hopefully subside before you have to start trying to do all that stuff out in the wide open. But again, a lot of people have this misconception. They think it's going to be some kind of great Red Dawn scenario and they're going to go live out there in a flimsy tent whenever it gets to be negative 20 degrees up in the Colorado mountains. Don't believe everything that you see in movies. Those actors are going and having steak dinners at the end of the night. You don't have that luxury when SHTF actually sets in. You do not have that luxury whenever everything around you is collapsing. You're going to have to do what you can with what you have, and what you have is going to depend on what you've been putting away and what you've been stockpiling now. When I say stockpile things that you're actually going to use. I see so many people out there. One of the biggest questions that I get asked in some of the seminars and things that I've go to and I've been to, and prepper groups in certain communities of beginner preppers and stuff, they always ask, what should I be putting away? Well, the thing is, that's a question for yourself to be asking yourself. Yeah, there's some basic things that people can guide you with. A big one for me is you should be putting away like medical supplies. Is there any medicines that people need and stuff, though? But that also goes hand in hand with, what do you actually like? Don't buy a bunch of canned food just because it's cheap, but it's something that you're going to be disgusted with whenever you actually have to use it during an SHTF situation. Put back something that you actually like. Put back, food that you're actually going to eat. Put back some candy for the kids that helps keep them calm in these severe situations, if you have kids, or if there's going to be kids in your group out there whenever everything goes kapooky. Now, there's some other things to be said about all this, though, guys, but I'm here to tell you guys, nobody knows everything. Nobody's Rambo. Nobody's John Wick. You're going to have a group to survive. But you're going to have to be able to work together. And that's something these days that a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand what working together is. You see it on these jobs all the time. Everybody's all about me, myself, and I. They're the most important thing. Well, when society collapses, that's not the attitude that you need to have. And believe me, guys, you may not see a full collapse society, but a partial is coming. You have to look at the signs. You have to look at what's happened in other countries throughout history. And just because you think that it can't happen here, doesn't mean that it won't happen here. People have this mentality of, if I just ignore it, everything will be fine. That's the wrong mentality to have whenever it comes to this particular types of scenarios. It really is at the end of the day. Guys, get ready, get prepared, pull your head out of your rear end if that's where it is. Because if you're not already preparing, you're already so far behind the curve that you're probably not going to be able to catch up to where you need to be right now. And like I said earlier, you've got to be ready. And honestly, at the end of the day, people like me have been telling you guys for a long time that you need to be preparing. People are like, well, that's what they said all these years ago. That's because it's progressively gotten worse every year. It's just been getting worse and worse. It honestly is it's really weird to me how much the world has changed in like the last 5 years. I mean, literally, in the last 5 years, how much this world has changed. How much people have changed in the last 5 years. 2020 really exposed how greedy and how, you know, all the narcissism in the world and how people are so self-centered. And it's all about them and theirs. And they don't they don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about anybody else. And, you know, that's the wrong way to be. But with that being said, also, you can't let in outsiders at the end of the day, though. You got to have your group. It's got to be tight knit. You can't let anybody in from the outside. And you're not going to have enough supplies yourself. I spoke about that in the last video I put out. You're not going to have enough supplies yourself. So don't worry about everybody else. Worry about the people that you've been training with. Hopefully you've been training, because if not, I don't know what you've been doing this whole time. Guys, the signs have been all around us. And again, people have their head up in the clouds. They're too worried about TikTok. They're too worried about Instagram. They're too worried about Facebook. If you made it to this video today, thank you for watching today's video. We can't continue to put these out without people like you watching today's video. And, you know, I like hearing people's input and opinions, so feel free to comment down below. But at the same time, too many people think their opinion is facts and the end-all be-all. But take it from somebody that's been there, done that. I've worked with people who've been in severe survival scenarios. I've been around people who were in wars and things, though, and stuff, though. I mean, my uncle's best friend was a Green Beret, and the stuff that he went through in Vietnam was just absolutely diabolical. You have to learn from people like that. You have to understand what's going on around you, and you have to take knowledge from people that know more than you. Believe it or not, you don't know anything like you think you do. And that's the mentality that you also got to have, that you're going to have to be able to step back, put your arrogance and your pride to the side, and learn from people. Because too many people have this idea that they think they know everything. In reality, people don't know anything. People may be really good in one particular area, but that's it. They don't know anything about life. They don't know anything about like real life. And we here in the United States of America have had it really easy, and that's created a bunch of soft people, you know, and those times are coming to an end. So you're either going to have to adjust your mindset and adjust with that and become a hardened person, or perish. That'll be it at the end of the day. And I'm not trying to tell you guys this to scare you. I'm here to tell you guys this because you're going to have to get your mindset right. You're going to have to be ready for what's coming. You're going to have to be ready for anything and everything. You should be prepping for the unknown scenarios. Well, how do you prep for those? You got to run through every scenario. And a good way to look at this is look at what's happened in other countries over the years. Look at what's happened there and how their people survived, and kind of put together however you can at the end of the day, because nobody can do it for you. Nobody's coming to save you. You're on your own. You are on your own. You, your supplies, your skill set, your group, that's all you have at the end of the day when it all goes down and society collapses. And guys, don't buy the propaganda. It is happening. It's happening right now as we speak. World War III is here. We're still on the precipice of the largest civil conflict, Civil War 2.0, that we've ever seen. And it will be horrible. And right now, you know, it's all being kind of pushed to the side, but you got to be prepared for these things, because it may not be World War III coming to our shores. It may be a internal conflict that's coming that's going to be so bad that you're going to wish that you had prepared for it. God bless each and every one of you guys. Guys, if the grid stays up, we will see you guys tomorrow.